Welcome back to the channel, guys. I think we all know this story by now, right? Doge actually started as a joke and now is taking over the cryptocurrency market. Well, is it actually? I mean, it was the underdog of all cryptos, and yes, with its market capitalization at almost $50 billion, it was pretty good news for most traders. But if you've been following Bitcoin lately, you know this is not even the start of highly valued cryptos. Before we move on, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so that you'd always get updates whenever we post new videos, which is, by the way, every single day. Now, if you look at this chart, it basically tells you that the market capitalization of Doge has risen so much in the last 3 months. According to CoinMarketCap, its market capitalization has breached $47 billion, with a trading volume of $26 billion in the last 24 hours. I'll stop asking you if you think this is phenomenal and just start telling you that it is. In our previous videos, we've already spoken at length and used videos, charts, and all sorts of explainers to show you that a coin like Dogecoin is likely to be here for the long haul. Today, let's not make this so long. There are many people out there wondering if Doge is actually worth it. Why should they even get to know more about this currency, much less trade it? So in this video, we're going to look at 5 things you can watch out for this year, and this video is obviously not going to tell you exactly when they will happen, but it'll at least give you a better idea of what's going on. The reason this video is probably worth watching is that the crypto market is changing at a rather fast pace. But what does that mean for regular citizens like yourselves, and especially if you're a Dogecoin lover? Also, it's important to know what's going on with fundamentals, regulation, as well as markets, in order to get a better idea of what's going to happen to Doge in the coming year. I think one of the mistakes people make is the fact that little research actually goes into choosing a particular coin or investment strategy. So with that out of the way, here are 5 things to watch out for when it comes to Dogecoin in 2021. At number 1, the number of users or investors in cryptos are going to rise in the coming months, thereby causing the number of Doge investors to equally rise. This is even more so as countries such as China and India, that are huge markets and boast a growing middle class, haven't banned cryptos just yet. However, Russia has banned the use of cryptos to protect financial stability, it says. However, cryptocurrencies such as Doge don't have any significant impact on the longer-term financial stability, as they do not incentivize what we call hedging. Essentially, people are not going to abandon cryptos in order to invest in cash or vice versa. I think there's going to be a happy medium where people start looking at ways to diversify and keep their investments going, as central banks cut policy rates or even leave them at current levels that don't earn any particular interest. So as more and more people get into cryptocurrencies, the price of Doge will likely rise. It's equally important to note that the number of people that actually buy Doge will go up for a simple reason. It's pretty affordable, and therefore likely to see more and more people who don't know much about cryptos actually come into the market with little investments. In a previous video, we talked about how a young college kid actually made $2,000 just after buying cheap after the currency went online. That is a pretty good example. And we're not saying that everyone is going to make that exact same amount, but as more and more people get invested into the crypto, its price is bound to rise going forward. At number 2, another factor to watch out for is whether governments across the world begin letting citizens use cryptos to create wallets that are easily convertible. Today, there are a number of wallets that people use to store Doge and Bitcoin, amongst others. An important feature of any cryptocurrency is convertibility. Doge is pretty cheap, and a majority of people who use the currency are able to quickly convert it to dollars. In the meantime, this hasn't stopped many entrepreneurs or crypto investors from piling into the currency. Technological advancements and the piloting of several central bank digital currencies equally provide much support for cryptocurrencies. But why do you need Doge if your central bank is already issuing cash at an unprecedented rate? The good thing about cryptos is that it's not government controlled, and the fact that it is unregulated means that you can decide who you want to buy from and at what price. No one knows what's about to happen to cryptos, as the amount of cash in circulation could cause currencies to lose their value. Cryptos are nothing more than a hedge during good times and bad ones. So if you live in the US or Europe and the price of the currency you use suddenly falls, what do? If you've not kept your money somewhere that's considered inflation-free, unless from additional issuances by a central issuer, you're basically screwed. So we're going to see more and more people actually look into cryptocurrencies to find an inflation hedge for their assets. At this point, I imagine we're not all financial professionals, so let's perhaps talk about what an inflation hedge is. According to Investopedia, an inflation hedge is an investment that is considered to protect the decreased purchasing power of a currency that results from the loss of its value due to rising prices either macroeconomically or due to inflation. It typically involves investing in an asset that is expected to maintain or increase its value over a specified period of time. Alternatively, the hedge could involve taking a higher position in assets, which may decrease in value less rapidly than the value of the currency. Number 3 is pretty straightforward. The world is currently grappling with COVID-19, which caused a financial crisis, and some people are furloughed at the moment, so even if they want to invest in cryptos, it might be difficult to. However, in a couple of months, after governments have rolled out vaccines, it's likely that more and more people will hear about affordable cryptos and will be like, I'm going to invest in this thing and just see where it goes. Who knows, it could be the next Bitcoin. So we're going to see incomes across the world recover as restaurants and bars reopen, for example. So on the economic side, the world will not be in lockdown forever, so people are going to benefit from higher employment, and as their incomes rise, they'll be able to invest in Doge. I think part of the fun is that most people will see it as a parody of Bitcoin at first, but the small and modest amounts required to invest in Doge is definitely a positive. If you ask anyone in the markets about the likelihood of a market cap of 50 billion last year, most people would laugh at your face. I mean, look at this. Who actually believed that Doge could get to this level just now? At the beginning, we were pretty convinced that it would take a lot longer for Doge to get to 30 cents. But we were pleasantly surprised when we saw how most people latched onto the meme. So the market cap and price are much higher than we expected, and it's instructive to look at the chart and table just to see how far the currency has gone. Now for number 4. More and more people are interested in investing, but we all know that the market can go up and down. Now, the greatest part of uncertainty will come from governments trying to green their economies, because no one really knows the extent to which companies will be affected. So if you want to diversify while taking some risks and you're new to the market, why not think about Doge? Because if you put $50, you're more certain that the hype and fun of it all could actually keep its value over the long run. Who knows how much you'll be making as more and more people prepare for an ultra-digitized world. So watch out for market uncertainty as the trigger for investors to go into more affordable cryptos, and Doge will definitely see more capital flow into it. And finally, at number 5, I think Doge will equally see a price hike, driven by a mix of tactical media and continued support from celebrities. It's not clear when this will happen, but I think once people diversify enough from their positions and Bitcoin gets to bubble territory, we will begin seeing people asking holders to move to more liquid and investable currencies. Elon Musk, anyone? Anyway, I think it'll be a pretty good year for Doge. If you're just getting your feet wet, don't worry. We'll be here to guide you and keep you informed about what's happening in the world of cryptos. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much, and please consider leaving a like, maybe sharing the video with your friend, hitting that red subscribe button, and turning on post notifications. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, leave them down below. Don't forget to check out some of our other videos as well. Good luck and happy investing.